welcome to the Honeybees episode 2! And we are so excited to welcome you guys back to the second episode of Honeybees with Christina and JC. And we had so many positive comments on our first episode, and we are so grateful to all of you guys. I'm glad you guys love our talk, even though it's fabulous.
I know.
Yes.
And it can be controversial sometimes and, opinionated, but you know what? It's good because everybody has their own opinion. I love that.
Yes.
That's what makes us dynamic.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the honeybees.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what Honeybees is all about. We are actually kind of like tackling all these issues about big celebrities and local celebrities, and we also put all our opinion on the table, and then we discuss it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we start actually pulling each other's hair. No, just kidding.
After the show, you don't see what goes on behind closed doors. Okay, behind the scenes.
It's closed doors.
No, I'm like.
But anyways, before we start, I want to just actually acknowledge how we dress up today. We are fabulous!
And we did not even plan this.
No, we don't.
We didn't even talk. The only thing we talked about through our texts is, okay, the topic, what we're going to talk about, who we're going to talk about. That is it. We didn't say what time we're going to be here and what we're going to wear. This was not expected, and we're just all like bling bling.
Yes. Yes. Well, I found this dress
I love it.
3 weeks or 1 month ago because I thought we're gonna have a brand new episode, and
Right.
I was like, I want that dress.
It's beautiful. Great choice. Great choice. I absolutely love it. Check out her shoes.
I
wish
love
we could
it.
do. I think it was on the Wendy show, and they did the shoe.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams, and they showed, Camden on her guest shoes that they were wearing. We need to have something like that one day.
Yeah. Look at my shoes.
Yeah, her shoes are the bomb. I'm covering mine because I had a back injury a few days ago,
I'm sorry
so I'm
about
actually
that.
I'm wearing some little glitter shoes, but I'm not wearing my heels.
Even though I'm not gonna agree with everything you say today, I'm really sorry. I hope you feel better.
She's already putting it out there.
Okay, here we go. It's already starting, you guys. No, thank you so much, y'all. I'm feeling a lot better, but I have to still be very careful, so no heels for about a week.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can't be a glamour puss.
Well, you are still fabulous, and
Yes,
that's
of course.
all that matters.
The shoes doesn't actually define a beautiful.
That's right.
That's very true.
That's right.
But shoes are everything to a
Oh
woman.
yes.
To a diva. Shoes are everything, but that's okay. That's okay.
That's okay.
That's
you can
okay.
be the barefoot Contessa.
Okay, I love that name. The Barefoot Contessa.
Yes, there you go.
And you know what? I think I just had my tea today, but
Ooh.
not every tea
Nice.
is my cup of tea.
That's
Yes.
right. And not every tea is my cup of tea.
And today we will be spilling the tea.
Yes.
hmm
On
Alright. Yes. So this show is all about.
It's all about not my cup of tea.
and discrimination in
Yes.
the industry.
In the workplace.
In the industry of entertainment, or wherever you find discrimination in the news, the media
Yes.
outlets. You see the media, the paparazzi, they always have something to say. TMZ. Everybody's opinionated, but then I think it's also about a lot of discrimination, undercover haters, undercover discrimination.
Uh-huh.
Period. I don't care what anyone says, and that's my opinion. We all have them, and I'm sticking to it.
And it's also about we always say this, and I heard this all 5 year long, that in the media, behind the scene,
Yeah.
producers and everything, they said that it's a man's world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And there it is right there. I mean, how many of you out in TV land, Facebook land, really believe that? that it's a man's world. I think equality is most important. I know that back in the day, women was like so gung ho about their women's rights, But I think sometimes we take it a little bit too far. But then again, we have to stand up for what we believe in.
Right,
We want
right.
equality in every way. We are all humans. We all bleed red, and so I think we all should have the same opportunities.
Yeah, I think I love that equality.
Yes.
Equality
It's
is what
about
this
equality.
all it's what is this show all about.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's about equality and respect, just for people make mistakes. And, who I'm going to talk about later on it's just like people make mistakes, and then are you going to judge them and then use that mistake to leverage your own narrative of them being this or that? No.
Yes.
Mistakes happen, and it doesn't make them this horrible person that you're pegging them to be in the media.
Yes.
The media runs with stuff like that, and then they just start digging up stuff from their past to make it really blow up out of proportion. And that's what bothered me about my topic on the person I'm going to speak on.
Yes, and
Right.
I'm gonna talk about 3 women in the industry. Well, first fashion and then movie. 2 women from the fashion industry who have been discriminated upon
Yes.
mercilessly.
Yes.
And the other one is an actress who I think was discriminated upon too.
Yes. Yes.
So,
And same for my 3. It has to do with discrimination. And coincidentally, they are all women. I know that men get discriminated. But
Yes.
and actually, one of the topics of discrimination, the people I'm going to be talking about is just LGBTQ actors in the industry who are discriminated against. And I think in all fairness, I think they're people too, and they don't deserve that kind of treatment. If they're putting in their work, they're putting in their hard work, and they're not hurting anyone, who are we to judge them
Right,
and discriminate against them because they're making it? They're making a life for themselves in the industry. So we're going to talk a little bit about that too.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Anyways, guys, we're gonna have a lot of discussion today. I think this topic is, we are connected in so many ways.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah, in so many ways, and we felt like every different level of lifestyle,
Yes.
whatever lifestyle
Yes.
you are you are being set aside for no reason, and so I think yes, this is a really good topic. So,
This is going to be a deep
It is,
topic,
yes.
and I'm
Yes.
sure many of you have your own opinions and
Yep.
thoughts about this topic. So please, by
Yes.
all means, contact us on social media shows if you have any feedback on that.
Yes. Well, before we go, I think we're gonna dive into the topic, but let's go take a quick break.
Yes.
We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, please go and get your cup of tea, because you're gonna be sitting down in your television if you put us in the big television, or in your
Right.
phone, or in your tablet.
Tablet.
Or in your everywhere, because you're gonna be like, holy cow.
And
Yes.
don't forget honey in your tea.
Hello.
And lemon.
That's right. Don't forget the honey.
Yes.
But anyways, guys, thank you, and don't go away. We will
Be right
be
back.
back.
Are you looking to record or film your podcast? We have the sound room and all necessary equipment you need. Contact us for pricing and to schedule your tour.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Welcome back to Honeybees. and I'm the hornet. And today's topic is Not My Cup of Tea, which is about discrimination in the workplace, film industry, music industry, and fashion industry.
You know, I had to think about that because discrimination is everywhere.
Mhm.
Okay, it's everywhere. We get discriminated against every day, subtly. You don't even know. But when you see it on media, social media, or on mainstream TV, it becomes a part of your life. You know, we all get so deep into it. So we're going to talk about a few artists in the industry, or just people in the industry, and subjects like the LGBT community, who are a lot of them are in the industry that you are not aware of, that are actors, singers, dancers, performers, all on the TV, and you have no idea that they are part of the LGBTQ community and just want to be, pardon me, recognized as such. And so we are proud of them, and I don't discriminate against anyone when they're trying to do the right thing and they want to do what they want to do for their lives, and they just want to enjoy themselves and live out their dreams. Okay, so are we going to start with you about, you're going to speak about Grace Jones? I really want to hear about Grace Jones. Okay, I'll go last, okay, because I really am interested about what JC has to say about Grace Jones, and how she suffered from, you know, this evil disease called discrimination.
Well, I'm going to speak about three fabulous women. Grace Jones, you know, from the late 70s and mid 80s. The super top model, Naomi Campbell, and who has legs that go on forever.
I think she is
Forever and ever and ever.
She is well known about the legs.
She is well known about the
Yes,
legs and
Naomi
for her
Campbell.
attitude on the catwalk,
Yes.
on the runway show.
So
Yeah.
how did she get discriminated or being set aside? How is it? Because here's the deal: is we are talking about artists who had a freaking name. How would you think
Yes.
that they are being discriminated?
Right.
So let's
Exactly.
start
Why
with,
would they be
I'd,
targets?
I'd like to start with Grace Jones,
Oh, Grace Jones.
and
Oh,
then
yes.
and then Naomi, and then Brie.
So let's start.
Let's
with
start with Grace Jones. Was a black woman who lived in Paris, and she was discriminated upon because she didn't have that that model look.
Yes.
That the
But she's a model.
she became one.
The stereotype.
Yeah,
the
she became
stereotype
one.
of models.
Yeah.
You know, fair skin, tall,
Oh.
blonde hair.
Yeah.
And back in the 60s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you know, you would never really see African Americans and as dark as she is
Yes.
as a model. They wouldn't really choose her.
And,
as a
back in the
model.
90s.
Back in, yes.
But yeah,
When did
Yeah.
she get? When did she become a
she
model?
got her big break in the 80s.
Okay.
But she started in the mid 70s, and they didn't like her because she looked like a man. If you look at
yes,
her,
A
yes.
she
lot
has-
of models
Yeah, man.
look like a man.
no, but this one really
This one
really
yeah.
looks like a man.
Okay.
Really looks like a man because her hair used to be flat top.
Yes, yes.
They're just like mine.
High top face.
Yeah, high
like-
top.
Yeah.
And she really looked
Involved.
like an African warrior.
Yes.
It's
yes.
almost
That's
like,
beautiful.
like
Yeah.
you're looking
Yeah, it really
at
is.
an African man with makeup.
Yes.
but she's a woman.
exactly. Yes.
You
yes.
know, and they discriminate.
Wakanda forever.
Exactly.
I love it.
So what happened was
That's what you see how beautiful was that
See.
in my mind.
right,
I love
right.
It. Thank you. Thank you.
And you know what? In that movie, I don't mean to digress. They did reference Grace Jones in that movie.
That's
You see?
amazing. That's amazing.
You see what I'm
Wonderful
thinking?
thing.
There are Grace Jones women outside
Yeah.
of your door.
It's like we need to evolve, people.
What the heck?
We need
But
to,
anyhow,
yeah.
when she wasn't Grace Jones yet,
Yes.
when she wasn't an icon yet, she was in tears because in every modeling agency that she went to, they said that she was she didn't look right, and there was even an agent who had the audacity to tell her to her face, that you are too ugly
Yes.
to be a model.
Yes.
Said it. And it almost broke her, but it didn't. She
Right.
pursued her career as a model because she
Absolutely.
looked very different.
Yes.
And Azadine Alaya from Paris, he's a big French designer, discovered her and put her and just
On the
set her
map.
up. Yeah, put her on the map. Oh wait, my fur. My fake fur is falling.
My faux
Put
fur.
her on the map. Exactly, faux fur. And then she had a breakaway movie, James Bond movie, A
Yes.
View to a Kill.
Yes.
Where she was wearing Azadine Alaya clothes. And the Azadine Alaya is exactly what this lady is wearing. Form-fitting dresses, and that wasn't in back in the 80s, and she brought it to
No.
fashion.
Yes.
And
Thank you,
that was it.
Grace.
That was it. Grace Jones became a big star, a big icon
Definitely a
in the
legend.
80s.
Mhm.
And her husband, Dolph Lundgren, is very athletic. So he was a Caucasian guy, and Grace Jones made a perfect team. But anyhow, she became such a fashion icon. She was a superstar. She made songs.
So are there comments saying besides that she's ugly? Who said that she's ugly?
There was an agent, and she said this in one of her interviews, and he said it to her face that you are very ugly. You don't look.
Did they had any interview with the people that kind of like telling her no, you cannot be a model?
They did not.
Okay.
They did not. But she actually shared all her travails
Yes.
when
yes.
she was still on her, not even on her way up. She was just like pounding the pavement and knocking on doors.
The reason
Yeah.
why I'm asking these questions is a probable questions because a lot of big celebrities these days, for them, not only this is in general, the
Yes.
general comment. A lot of them, they had to actually make a story, like a pirimi story.
That's true.
To create, to create
This persona.
bigger- you see what
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying?
create their own narrative and persona. Like they're acting to get into acting.
Exactly.
I totally understand what you're saying, but in the 70s, in the 80s, it was brutal.
Oh yes.
Because
Yes,
they
I
had
agree.
an
It was.
idea of what a woman
I
should
was
look
going to
like.
say that it was hard enough for women in the beginning, just
Yes.
period.
Yeah.
Yes.
Women in general
Yes.
to get into the acting field.
Yes.
And to be taken seriously. But then here you have this very strong, manly looking
Manly
woman
looking.
who has these strong features. And undercover, they have no idea that she's a superstar
Right,
Yeah.
in the
right.
making.
Yeah, yeah.
But all they're focusing on is this outward appearance that's like almost scary to them.
Scary.
You
And-
know,
and she really
so-
does look scary.
She does look
And she's
very
fearful.
intimidating. and
That's
scary.
really funny because you know the
But that's what
pictures.
sells, and they
that's-
don't realize that.
Yes, yeah.
That's
You see-
unique.
You see, the American
They're
Top
the top
Model.
model.
Yes.
Tyra Banks.
You see when you see those models take pictures, you cannot be looking sexy. You
And
gotta
they
be
make
like
them-
fierce.
Yeah, they have to
Yes,
make them actually
fierce.
look ugly, like Tyra
Yes.
on
Yes.
Tyra on some of those on some of the
Photo
episodes
shoots, yeah.
in the photo shoots.
Yes.
They would actually make them up to look like something different and make them look ugly, and the girls
Yeah.
would be like, "I don't want to look ugly."
Yes.
Because they're so well, we are vain sometimes. Okay, ladies are vain. Okay, but they want to only go on that show so they can show off their curves and be beautiful.
Beautiful, but that's not what
But that's
modeling
not
is about.
no. They don't realize there's a different side of modeling.
Yes.
You know, you want to be full circle. You
Yeah.
want to be a full circle model, be able to accomplish anything in modeling, not just the runways and fashion
Yes,
shows,
and-
glamour.
and yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to make it in
Cutie,
modeling
cutie.
where you can do anything
And what
in itself.
I love about
I know, I thought mine was gonna pop.
what I love about the people that discovered her and brought her into their wings, they did not try to change her.
Yeah.
They celebrated the way she looked, the masculine, feminine.
Yes,
You know,
femininity.
back in the day, they didn't call it gender fluid. They called it androgynous. Yes, that's
Right.
how old I am. We use the word
I love it.
androgynous. Back in the
Feminine
day,
words.
it's not gender fluid, darling.
No.
Androgen.
Absolutely love it.
Androgen, yes. That's how she
Yes.
looked. And they made her look
love it.
like, what is this? Nothing was feminine with her look.
Nothing. Yes.
Even if she was wearing a dress, it didn't look feminine at all. I love Marie.
She's cracking up over here. But it's true.
And most especially, she was more of a print ad model more than the runway.
Correct. But she was
And-
so tall, and she had that physique.
Incredible.
Where she could do it, and she did.
Yes, and I also love her other movie with Eddie Murphy, Boomerang.
Come on.
Yeah,
You have to
Boomerang.
let it-
Yeah. Yes, Strong
Strong
J.
J.
Strong J.
I think that's where I broke out in my little vanity when she had the Strong J moment. I was
The
like, well,
Strong
she-
J.
Strong J.
Yes,
Then people
my
started
God.
thinking I was
I'm
conceited.
I'm
after
learning
that movie.
terminology. In
Yes, Strong
Yeah, I'm
J.
learning the terminology too. He's a
And
terminology.
I'm going off on a tangent. One scene that I love in Boomerang is when the other black actress, Eartha Kitt,
Oh, Earth.
said in her room,
Yes, Earth.
Marcus, I'm not wearing any
Marcus.
This is
panties.
the lady
Yes,
who
I'm
said,
not wearing indie pants.
this is the lady who said that. I will marry myself.
Oh yes. I am in love with myself. Therefore, I'd like to find a man who is in love with me, so we can both fall in love with me together. Yeah, that's together. Yes.
I use that.
You had to.
Remember, I use that forever.
Yes.
I keep on saying
God.
that. Yeah, because it's all-
I
I'm so in
still
love
love
with
it.
myself. That's why I like to find a man
Yes.
who will fall in love with me, so we can fall in love with me together.
And if
Oh,
I'm in love with myself, then how could you not fall in love
Love
with
with
me?
me.
Yes. So now that I've covered Grace Jones,
Yes.
now I want to cover Naomi Campbell. When she was just starting in the 80s, in the mid 80s, there were some fashion houses that didn't like her.
Yeah.
And I believe that during that time, black models
Yeah.
were given very few assignments.
You're right.
And we have to bear in mind, for those of you in the 90s and 80s, remember that Naomi Campbell had two best friends, and they were also supermodels back then. Christy Turlington and Linda Evangelista they were white. They were Caucasians.
But they are discriminated.
What Linda
They
and
are?
no, they
Oh.
weren't. So what happened is that they helped Naomi, and they said that if you're going to get the two of us without Naomi, then you can forget about us.
Wow.
So they helped Naomi get to that platform, and then Naomi surpassed
Everybody.
everybody else. So much so that when Tyra Banks became a model, Tyra was so intimidated by Naomi
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Very,
She
very
took
intimidated.
over. She took over.
She took over.
I mean, she really did.
But yeah, she took over and it was too much.
Yeah. I guess they all had their, their moments in time where they were the it model. Christy Brinkley, just all of them.
Yeah.
They all had their moment in time where they were the top model.
But not like the supermodels in the 80s, Christy Turlington, Linda, and Naomi.
Right.
Oh my.
Right.
And that's why even Beyonce used the name of Naomi Campbell in one of her songs. Let's do the Naomi Campbell walk.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I
And
love
one of
that
her-
song.
yeah.
Yes.
So-
Yes. Always a
Oh,
fast
your
song. I love
fur
that
fell
song.
down.
Oh my God.
no.
Well, thank you for...
Okay, I'm sorry. The show is over. No, I'm kidding.
Anyways, let me actually
It's okay.
make a comment about the discrimination part of Naomi and Jane. What is it? Grace Jones.
Grace Jones, yes.
I think that, in my own opinion, those are not discrimination. Those are the part of before becoming an artist, you're gonna go through the hoops and loops.
That's true too. I
Yeah.
mean, there could be a little discrimination involved in some of the experiences that she went throughout the time she was trying to. They were all trying to make it. There could have been it's moments where she was with her manager, and then her manager tried to get her booked, and they said no because she's too dark. Okay, that's the discrimination, obviously. So there may have been moments, but I think everyone has to has to work hard to get to where they want to be.
Yes.
And sometimes it takes longer for some others than.
Yeah, it's because if we call that discrimination to get to where you're going, then every single artist are discriminated.
Yeah, I agree.
In some way.
But I think personally speaking, every artist has had some sort of discrimination.
Yes.
Going through the challenges and the fire of making it to the top, to where what their goal is in their career. And so I believe that discrimination is just like, it's almost like an everyday thing. It's a natural thing because they meet hundreds and hundreds of people every day, every month, I
think it's a normal thing in that business.
In that business, period, in the entertainment business, you're gonna face not only just haters, people just hating because you're here and they're not, but people who discriminate because they're one race and you're another, and they wish they were there, but you're there, and then they try to bring you down. So I think every artist, and that's why who I'm going to be speaking about. I'm going to be speaking not really on the history, and like JC kind of brought up his, the topic of discrimination with who he's brought up with Grace Jones, but I'm going to talk on a more general sense about discrimination.
So yes.
Well, mine is Taraji P. Henson, and Janet Jackson, and as well as just in general, the LGBT community, and Lizzo had something to say about it. Yeah, Lizzo was very vocal in her opinion about how, Tennessee was one of the states that had the legislation that, banned, certain, the culture of the LGBTQ community from accessing. Yes, now. And this is actually basically going backwards in time, if you ask me, because if we're supposed to be evolving in time and we're supposed to be a forward movement country, we're the United States of America, and you're setting us back because not only have we still dealing with a little segregation in our world where we're trying to all unite. Look at this panel right here. We are united as a beautiful flag, the United States of America, and the rainbow, like the LGBTQ, we're like a rainbow. We have different cultures and we have different backgrounds. So why are we, as governors, senators, or anyone in the politics, which I'm not really a political person, but when politics start passing bills and politicians start passing bills and they get passed to stop LGBTQ people who are humans and they're not hurting anyone, they're just trying to live their life and do what they want to do, be actors, actresses, I'm speaking all of them in general. Why are you stopping drag queens from doing shows at certain venues or what have you? I just think it's kind of wrong. I think they need to kind of, mull it over a little bit longer and think about this. Who are we to judge them?
Right.
Because we are not perfect, okay?
Yes.
So I love Lizzo. I love Lizzo. Okay, I'm perfect too. But no, I'm kidding.
No. Well, to piggyback on what you're saying, I'm just going to wrap up my little bitty section. And so yes, I totally agree with you, and not to play the victim's advocate, but I really think that Naomi was discriminated upon back, not only Naomi but black models were discriminated upon back in the day because there were very few assignments on the catwalk, and it's almost like they were paying lip service. Let's just put a few black people in, and the rest, and again, I'm not trying to bash the Barbie world that it was back in the day.
It was Barbie.
Because that was, the post Charlie's Angels, Farrah Fawcett era.
Yes.
With a blonde hair going like this.
And Bo Derek.
Oh, let's
Can't
not
forget Bo
Derek.
Derek. Come on now.
Let's
If you
not
are of our
forget
generation, you
Bo
know Bo
Derek.
Derek.
But anyhow.
And she wore braids, so people
Yes.
there's controversy about her being
You know,
a
I
European
love
woman wearing
I
her
love Afro
single
hair.
braids.
They're beautiful.
Beautiful.
They're
but did you see
beautiful,
her
yeah.
braids as she's running?
Yeah, her hair
in
was
the
like
sunset, and
braided.
she has very fine. They call them micro braids. Okay, if anyone does out there do not know what these braids are, look up Bo Derek, Boderek. That's her last name. Bo Derek. She was a very famous model, and she was absolutely stunning. I absolutely adored her and loved her. You know, there's no racism here because I am part Irish anyway, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
I loved
matter.
her. And so back in the day, I used to watch the screen and watch Bo Derek run across in the sunset on the beach, and her hair, her little
You know, that
braids
was
just
from the movie. I
It
wouldn't
was
say it.
from the movie.
I
And I
wouldn't say
forget
it's soft porn because it was not. It was called 10.
10.
And that was when
it
the
was called
word perfect 10 was
Yes.
introduced through that movie.
That's
10.
right. That's right.
So anyhow, my last
We're gonna go
topic.
on that. Yes.
Okay.
So, anyways,
Alright.
guys, we had so much hot topics here.
Yes, it's getting
and
hot.
It's getting hot in here.
Yes, and we're gonna go on a quick break
Yes.
because before we're gonna go on a quick break, I just wanna thank our director today. We have Marcia Rubin.
You should listen to her sing Flowers.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Next
for
episode.
thank you so much Marcia for being our director. She is actually a director, come in and out in our studio whenever it's possible for her schedule. You know, she's super
In
busy.
and out.
So, anyways, we are
She's a
going on
diva.
a break, and when we come back, we're gonna take over so much
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ.
We're gonna talk about
We're doing the
other
alphabet.
artists that we're gonna be talking about. So
Yes.
don't go away.
Don't know
Stay
what-
tuned.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Hi, I'm Deacon T with Modern Word Ministries. It's great to be with you today. Just a short little promo for our show. Every Sunday morning we have service, and you can follow us at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on modernwordministries.org. And if you missed us or you want to see some of our older messages, go ahead and check us out on socialmediashows.com every single morning at 9 a.m. It's a great way to kick off your day, get a little bit of the word in you, get something uplifting, get you started off on your way. You know, if you're looking for prayer or you need some help, reach out to us. If you go to our website, again, that's modernwordministries.org, you can interact with me via telephone, via DM, text message, whatever you want. I'll get right back to you. So if you need prayer, you need help, you just need somebody to talk to, Modern Word Ministries is here for you. We are your church in the community. So until you see you next time, be blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.
Welcome back to the Honeybees here at Social Media Shows Studio. And we love you guys all. We love all your comments, your like, your share. And, you know, there is also on our shows, there is a link if you guys want to donate so that, you know, we can buy our beautiful dresses like this.
Yes. We can keep this up.
Yeah, we'll keep it
I'm
up.
going to keep wearing the same one every week.
Yes, so
you
we'll be
guys.
eye candy, visual
Yes.
eye candy for
Yes.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But anyways, guys, so we are at the end of the second segment. We were talking about LGBTQ,
Yes.
and we're gonna actually touch base on this one because this is
Yeah.
one of the very, very sensitive discussion for
Very.
a lot of media content. And I want to just thank Facebook, YouTube, Twitter,
Yes.
Instagram, TikTok for not taking down any of our show because they already know
Yes.
what we are all about: inspiration, lifting up
Inspiration.
everybody, education, and entertainment. So far, I never. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Woo! Awesome. That's
But,
wonderful.
but anyways, go ahead and
Well, what we're going to start talking about, we're going to recap on what we were talking about just before the break. And, a lot here in Las Vegas, Nevada, we do have a nice little community, LGBT community. And I personally know several, LGBTQ community people that are active in the community, and I mean these are wonderful people. Now look, see, we judge them based on their sexuality, and this is not something that we should do, because you have to get to know. Everyone has layers. We're all like an onion. We have layers. So you see the outer appearance, but try to get to know that person. Forget about what they do and what their preferences are and what they like to eat, whatever. Don't discriminate against them because they like to eat sushi, but you don't like sushi and you like hot dogs. It's like, it's not fair. It's not right. You don't want it right. Or you like pizza and they don't like pizza.
And some are vegans out there.
And some are vegans. There you go. And some are vegetarians. Okay, so we are not to be here to judge anyone. We need to support anyone who are trying to do the right things by others. There are a lot of activists who are doing positive things in communities, also in the entertainment industry, that are LGBTQ. And so I stand right beside them myself. Now, if you can't handle that, I'm sorry. But
not sorry.
But not sorry. Sorry, but not sorry, right? But I appeal to you to, look inside yourself and ask yourself, would you want to be judged based on your preferences and your decisions that you choose for your life? Okay, this is how I represent, LGBTQ or the heterosexual community, whoever you are. It doesn't matter. We should not put labels on anyone and judge them by their label.
Correct.
And so, I'm really serious about that.
Yeah.
Like, I live for that.
Yes.
I love everyone. I don't care what your preference is. But in the industry, in the LGBT community, the Billboard magazine wrote an article back in November of 2023, and they said it was basically musicians who spoke out against the racist and anti-LGBTQ bills that were, like I mentioned to you, that Tennessee had wrote and that we're trying to mandate, where a lot of the LGBT community, the trans, the drag queens, or anyone, and I apologize if any of these, if the nature of what I'm saying makes you feel a little uncomfortable. I'm not meaning this way. I'm just quoting basically what I'm hearing from the magazines, but it's by no means intended to hurt anyone's feelings, because that's not what I'm intending to do. Just speaking what I'm reading. And so Lizzo took to the discourse surrounding transphobia one step further, okay? And by explaining how it intersects with racism, okay, and discrimination. And she also mentioned fatphobia, which I guess that's a new term now for people who are heavy set, and people have a phobia against heavy set individuals, and that's also discrimination. So we can go further. We can go from LGBTQ and go into fatphobia, which Lizzo is a pleasantly plump, entertainer, rapper. And I love her. I love her personality. I think she's really cool. And so I like the fact that she actually wants to speak up on their behalf. And so I really think that's wonderful. I know she came out only a few years ago. Lizzo really came out hard, and she's doing her thing in the entertainment industry as an artist. But then when you come out only a few years ago, and then now you're speaking up for people, that really shows your character.
Yes.
That really, and it shows that you're not afraid to speak up for your rights and speak up for others' rights. Okay, so she said herself, "I've never heard a person say why they're racist or fatphobic." Okay, fat phobic. I said it wrong, incorrectly. I've never heard a reason why someone is transphobic. I think if we knew why these people felt this way, there would be way less support for these ideals, because the why is more insidious than we realize. Don't get it twisted. I don't care why people are bigoted. That's a waste of my imagination. I feel that there's a lot of complicit silence and apathetic participation going on. Okay, that wouldn't fly if people knew more. I've never heard a person say why they're racist. It just doesn't make any sense. So she's actually speaking her opinions and, being very opinionated about it. And I've never actually heard anyone say why they're racist. And the reason why, I think, is because they're afraid to actually admit they're racist and they're discriminating against people. And so, when I was reading this last night, it got even deeper, and I'm not going to go too much more into it. I'm just going to say that, educational wise, you have to learn who people are by when you're talking to them. It's like me speaking to you. I can never judge a book by its cover. I can look at you and people say, oh, I can peg her just by what she's wearing. No, you can't. No, you can't. I can peg her because she's wearing a rainbow t-shirt and I know she's gay. How do you know that? Maybe I'm just a supporter of the LGBTQ community, but I'm actually heterosexual.
Yeah, or it could mean that if you're wearing a rainbow, you could be symbolizing Noah's Ark. So
hello, thank you. So don't judge a book by its cover, and let's stop, racism and discrimination.
Treat everybody equally. That's what
we said in the beginning. Equality.
Yes, that's what it is. However, let me regarding this topic issue about
LGBTQ.
Yes.
I don't know if this is where the free speech came out, where people wanted to be called her, she, them.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I'm against that. I'm against calling her, she. According to the Bible,
I understand.
You're gonna be a female or male, and
That's
if you
true.
if you are gay, it's fine. I support that, right? If you are LGBTQ, I support that.
Yeah.
But I'm still, if you're a male gay, I'm gonna call you he.
Yeah.
If you're a female gay or whatever, then you are she.
Yeah.
I just literally don't like the them. I cannot fathom in my mind.
Yeah.
How I'm gonna calling
her.
She what?
Yes. Yes.
That's what
Maria just hit the hornet's nest on
this. Yeah. I think she's about to get stung by a lot
yeah,
of
she's
our
gonna
viewers.
get about.
But I understand that. Look, I said in the beginning, we're opinionated. We all have our opinions, and it doesn't make us right or wrong. It's basically everyone is entitled to their opinions. So don't take it personally.
Yeah.
This is her opinion, and I have my opinion.
I will
Jason
respect
has
you
his
as a
opinion.
person, no matter who you are.
Right.
I will respect
Absolutely.
you who you are. Please just don't change my terminology according
Yes.
to my faith.
I think
Right,
what it is
right.
in your situation, if you were to meet somebody that happened to be a transgender or trans, and they ask you to call you, no, I'm a her. I would suggest that my own suggestion.
Oh, I will-
I would personally just say, I would just like to call you by your name.
Yes.
Instead of he,
no.
she, or whatever.
Okay,
Just call them by
first,
their name.
let me say-
But what if their name is Sue or Sade, but it's a
Right.
guy?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be okay with saying,
Sade?
okay, Sade?
Oh yes. Oh
Okay,
yes.
so
I
just
have-
call them by their name
Yes.
instead of, because I think that will alleviate some uncomfortable conversations
I
and
have
the
80%.
vibes.
Just letting you know, 80% of my friends in the Philippines are gay.
And I have a lot of gay friends too.
I actually literally hang out with a lot of gay people in the Philippines. We go to
And I
their
love them.
pageant. All right, we go to their
That's
pageant.
awesome. I love
support
going
that.
to the
And
drag
this is
show.
now the result of her hanging out with a lot of gay people.
They hooked her up.
This is
I love them.
the
You know, I
result.
love them.
This is the result. See these eyebrows? I go to YouTube and I see.
Oh my gosh.
I love them. You know, I love them. I don't have, like one said, I treat everybody, every single person in this planet Earth,
Yeah.
and even the animals and the
Yes.
plants. Okay.
Yes.
I respect
Well,
them.
except the I'm not gonna say the word because it'll make me like gag.
What
But
is
there's
it?
an insect that I just don't. I discriminate against. Okay, I do discriminate against one insect.
What
on
is
this
it?
planet.
What is it?
It's the one that multiplies. that you might,
I know what's
they
that.
multiply.
Oh, yeah. Oh, those are really.
You don't want those.
gross.
Those I discriminate against. And
Yes,
yes.
I
So
know.
okay, I am racist
Those
against those.
bloodsuckers!
Yeah, I'm racist against those little
The
insects.
bloodsuckers.
Yeah. But anyways, I want to actually turn this over to the local really quick because this is based on how Naomi Campbell and Grace Jones was. I see this. I'm gonna mention the name is one of our artists here in social media shows
Yes.
is Priscilla Moy.
Oh yes.
Priscilla Moy actually went to school for modeling, being an artist, and
Yes.
and when she goes, she's an Asian, she's a Chinese, and whenever she goes to audition, they look at, and she is not tall, okay?
No. She's
Yeah.
like,
And when she goes to audition,
yeah.
she always don't get the part, and these other
Because
tall
she's
women who
short.
doesn't know how to walk, they're walking like
Yes.
They're walking
Yeah.
on
And
Like
eggshells.
they're walking on stilts.
Yeah,
There we
and
go
when
again.
Once again!
when you see Priscilla walk, it's like, you know what I mean? She can walk, she can be, she is way better than those.
Yes,
not-
Priscilla is amazing. I've seen her photos on Facebook,
And
and,
they-
I've
she
seen
doesn't
her
get the
walking.
job.
Yeah, you know what? And I can actually think about an experience when I wanted to be a model when I was 18 years old. And I wanted to go to school of Barbizon. Barbizon was the hit,
Yes, I remember that.
Barbizon modelist.
Yeah,
And it was in
I
San
remember.
Francisco. I'm from Berkeley, California. I wanted my mom to pay for me to go to Barbizon.
Barbizon.
I wanted my mother to pay for my schooling at Barbizon School for Modeling. And unfortunately, they said no. But I insisted that I was a model. So I joined a lot of local fashion shows. And then there were some little fashion shows where that you had to actually look like a model. I was short. You see how short my neck is? You can barely see my neck. Okay, I don't have one. It's like this short.
Is your boobs real?
Yeah, these are
Okay.
these are mine.
It's real.
No plastic. No, I don't do plastic. No,
Oh
except
my
plastic
God.
water
It's
bottles.
real. It's beautiful, by the way.
They're mine.
Make it real.
You didn't borrow?
Thank you.
You didn't
Thank you.
borrow that?
Thank you.
Um,
No, you can borrow them, sir. I can't take
Good
them off.
Lord.
I don't even have a pusher bra. But anyway,
My virgin
okay, may have to
ears.
bleep that out. May have to bleep that
But
out.
anyways.
But
yeah,
anyway,
so
so yeah, I too was discriminated against because when they confronted me and I was in line, because we had to go to auditions and I was in line and they actually,
Come to you
told
and
me,
tell you?
yeah, they told me I'm sorry. No.
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness.
I was skinny enough, that's for sure.
Mhm.
I was a buck wet, like super wet. I was like not even a $1.05, but I was a buck, maybe 79 pounds, wet. So I was very slender, very skinny, and so I'm thinking, and I knew how to walk.
Yes, yes.
I always had that modeling thing since I was 5 years old, always modeling.
But then with your height.
But then with my height, I was very short. I'm only 5'7" still. Okay, so that's way too short. So just think when I was 15 years old, 16, 17, 18 years old, I was maybe 5'5", 5'6". I hadn't grown into my, womanhood just yet. But, I just was devastated that I couldn't, achieve
Because,
my dream
yeah,
of being a
that's-
model.
Mhm.
But I still modeled in fashion shows that didn't require,
Yeah.
local fashion shows at church and things like that. But so, like with Priscilla, it's really sad too that
Yes.
she is a phenomenal model, and that
Yes.
we have to put these guidelines and stipulations and say, oh, you're not a model unless you are 5'10" or above,
Mhm.
or 5'9" and above, because when you put on the heels, you'll be 5'11" or 5'10", 6 feet or above. I don't care. I don't know what the height range is that they consider a model today, but it just makes
JC, do you think this is going to ever change?
like what a change.
I
Like,
don't
come on.
see it.
Are we, right now we are like um putting our, like we are accepting
Yeah.
every single,
Right.
we're accepting the LGBTQ,
Right.
we're accepting the
We're not fighting.
plump women's,
Yes.
we are,
Right.
we're accepting, like we are becoming
Mhm.
very diverse now. Do you
Yes.
think,
Yeah.
the modeling industry would also
I think
Um,
you would have to be like an activist, starting up some kind of,
That and also
movement to-
the
to
big
change.
fashion houses. I'm talking about the really big ones.
Yeah.
Dior, Chanel,
Okay. Yeah.
Valentino, Versace, Dolce Gabbana. They need to put those models on their runway, and then the modeling agencies will pay attention. Because these labels that I just mentioned, they set the tone and set the pace
That's
for
very
everything.
true. That's very true.
And in that case,
They are iconic.
our society, our people would be, because this is what's happening. Okay, are they willing to actually rally against these big companies and not buy their
Being
share?
bigots.
And
Unfortunately,
they will. They can.
I mean, we've seen change in different
Yeah.
sectors of the world. I think that anything can be changed, but it takes a group of people to band together and actually be consistent.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be an easy change. I wouldn't say it's an easy. Nothing's an easy change when it's like it's been going on for decades and centuries. Models having to be 6 feet for centuries. So trying to change that,
I think it can be changed.
I think it. I'm
I think-
optimistic. I'm
I
optimistic
think
about
with these
change, but it
things
takes
going on right now, I think with all these changes that everything is being fought on, every single thing,
Well,
they can
right.
fought this. And
And
I would love, I am kind of like an activist in,
Yeah.
so I would say, honey, your your years is being numbered. I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I just want to say this, the GameStop. The GameStop, the reason why the GameStop went the way it did is because they went against the billionaires. And they succeeded. They not really succeeded, like literally succeed.
Correct.
Because we have the regulation in the financial department, which is the SEC, right?
Yes.
But they did. This is small people actually. That is their type of rally. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
So what I'm trying
So
to
it's
say,
possible.
it's possible.
Anything is possible.
That-
Even the smaller people can actually make a big difference if they, like I said,
Like-
rally together and learn. I mean, you have to always do your research and learn all the bills, the laws, laws. But you know what? If you think outside the box, like I'm one of those people who would think outside the box. We're living in an age of social media now.
Yeah.
So we don't necessarily need to change the way Dior, all these, the fashion shows,
big fashion
and
houses,
big fashion houses. We don't have to change what they're doing. They can keep what they're doing and make our own.
But that's
You know what I'm saying?
part of the rally.
Social media,
Yeah, that's
right?
Part of the rally
That
that
was
will
really-
bring them down.
Well, we can coexist. If we don't bring them down, we can coexist and become just as big.
Yes,
You
exactly.
know what I'm saying?
When you become as big, they don't have to. Now they have
Right.
more competition.
Yeah.
Meaning
Exactly.
They are now,
So it's like I think it'd be easier if we were to just create our own and become bigger and bigger and bigger and build on that and make a social media type of fashion show that's every month, and it's all walks of life, all cultures, sizes, men, women, just make a fashion show out of it. You know, a big,
Remember
beautiful
Steven-
fashion show out of it.
From,
I'm telling you, it could be big. I have ideas. You guys get with me. Yeah.
from Spain. Remember your friend?
Yes, Steven Vasquez. Yeah.
Yeah. So he,
Yeah.
he called me about that. Hey, I want different something like that. But
Yeah, a variety of models.
variety of models.
Right. I think that will change the game.
Yes.
I personally think it would because then people would look at us, like say for instance, if we were to start something like that, people would look at us and saying, see, now I like them because they believe in
Yes,
the
the
people.
reality.
They don't judge you because you're short, heavy set, big hips, or you're super, super skinny, looking anorexic. I don't care
Right.
what you look like. If you want to be a model, you can be a
Yeah.
model.
Yeah.
You can be a model.
You can be a model. You can be a model.
And
Everybody's gonna be
I am a model in my own right because you know what?
Me
I
too.
see to it that before
Sure.
going out in the street, even if I'm only going to the 7-Eleven,
Hello.
I am fashionably
Thank
dressed.
you. Thank you.
A few days ago, one of my coworkers was like, "Oh, are you meeting some mysterious lover out there?" And
I
I
should say yes.
and I tell them,
There you go.
"Oh, honey, I don't dress for anyone but myself."
Hello.
Yeah.
Me,
Yeah, I
myself,
don't.
and I.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Right?
meet myself out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, before we actually get into more thing, I just wanna actually also acknowledge one of our LGBTQ singer
Oh.
here in Vegas,
Ooh.
and I'm trying to remember his name. I know I have it in my thing, and I just saw his post. He's a singer. He's a great singer,
Oh.
and I post.
I think I met him. Right?
What's his name?
Is with the one with the cowboy hat? He uses
No,
the cowboy.
Ivan.
I'm surprised. I don't know him. I'm getting to
Ivan.
learn all of you out there, all of the
Well,
LGBTQ
you know-
entertainers. I'm gonna find out. who you are.
Ivan, let me see. I know I have it right here. I don't
I
want
think you had him in your show a few years ago, right?
Yes. Ivan. Damn it, I was Chris Ivan.
Oh, Chris Ivan. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard of that name.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never seen
Chris
it.
Ivan actually was they commented on one of his video on YouTube saying that hey, you are freaking gay. You know, I'm just one.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and
Karma.
you don't have a right to sing a song and perform on stage, blah blah blah. That's what they're
Oh wow! I wonder where they came from.
And then I was like, so he
The
posted
gutter.
he posted that on Facebook, and I just reached out to him. I said, you know what, in contrast, we don't need to go and fight with this person. What we're gonna do is come to my show and let you perform for an hour.
That's right. Don't even give them
Yeah.
the satisfaction of the backlash because it's going to come back on you. If you are an entertainer out there and you are getting, bullied by people who are discriminating against you, any racism, any haterism, just be classy and
Fabulous, yes.
just let it go.
Yeah,
Because
yes.
let them ruin themselves. Let them bury themselves, okay? You just continue being fabulous like you are, darling.
Yes.
Okay? Continue doing you because obviously you have something that they want and they don't have. So
Yes.
all we can do, all I do is pray for those who hate on me and and discriminate against me. I just pray for you because
I do that. I'm like, oh, really?
I don't hate you.
Okay.
I feel sorry for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I always say, Christina, thank you for taking the time notice.
right. Thank you for
Thank you. I don't notice you. I don't know who are you.
look, and I always say, yeah, exactly. It's like thank you for all the little haters that I had to step on to
I
get here.
know, right. I just say to the homophobes out there, bless your heart.
Yes, that's your.
Bless your little tiny
Bless
hearts. The
your
little tiny
heart.
hearts, because you don't have much of a heart if you feel the need to go and
Dash,
bash people.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
And purposely hurt people by posting negative, nasty comments.
Yeah.
You don't have much of a life. You don't
Yeah.
love yourself. You need to find some self-love, and then you'll be able to learn to love others.
And who knows, they probably don't even have any talent. Oops.
I hear that. See no evil,
Oops.
speak no evil, hear no evil. I didn't hear that. But I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is sometimes.
Yes.
Do you have any more local talents that you wanna actually shout out?
Well, I was gonna, you know what? Speaking of the LGBT community and the entertainers here, I do have to just give a special homage and mention my brother who passed away a few years ago,
So sorry
Phil
to hear
Flowers.
Mhm.
If you've ever heard of Phil Flowers.
Yes, I loved him. I loved him.
And I loved him so
I loved him.
much. I was actually dating someone at the time, and we were talking about marriage, and I wanted him to marry us, and so he was going to marry
Yeah, I
us.
loved him.
And it broke my heart. I think I was driving with my friend Ray Stewart, who was with VIP Magazine at the time. He's a big promoter in Las Vegas. And he called me and told me about my brother. I used to go to a lot of his shows. It broke my heart. So Phil Flowers Jr., to his husband, to all his friends, family, I still send my condolences. And of course, I still think about him, and I love him dearly, and I'll never forget him. He's always a part of me.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen him
It's tragic.
perform, and he was dynamite and explosive
That-
on stage.
Luther
I
Vandross.
loved every single moment I saw him perform.
Yes, he was fabulous. So if you don't know who Phil Flowers is, I know you may have been living under a tiny little rock here in Las Vegas, because everyone knows Phil Flowers. Go look him up on Facebook or YouTube. You will love him. You'll love him.
Nice.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Nice.
So I just had to give a shout out to him. Rest in peace, brother. I love you.
Any last words, JC, before we go?
Well, I feel like I'm going to be executed.
Your last
my last words with my last meal.
Yes, yes.
I'm gonna have
Pull the plug.
a filet mignon and a creme brulee. That's gonna be my life. Anyhow, I loved our topic for
Yes.
today. I
Yeah.
think we covered the most important things.
Yeah, in the
And,
general
yeah,
spectrum, I think
Iconic women who are up there
Yes, yes,
and who
absolutely.
experience discrimination.
And there's so many more, we in this little time frame that we have, we are not able to speak more, but in the future we'll
yeah,
There are a
definitely
lot,
come
yeah.
back and we'll talk about more. And if you have any
To
suggestions,
be
you know how to-
continued.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
Every single week we want to continue.
Yes,
yes.
So many
We give you
things that we
tidbits.
want to talk, yes.
Yes,
But we
yes.
are limited in time. And any last words?
No, but I just want to say, besides, I said no, but then I go ahead.
No
yes.
means yes.
No means yes. No is the new yes.
And the yes
Yes.
means
Like orange
no.
is the new black. No.
Yes.
If I said no, no.
Yeah.
No, no,
Say
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no.
yes, yes, yes.
I'm gonna say yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would like to just leave a last comment by saying that if anyone knows me, you know that I'm a lover of people, lover of the entertainment industry here in Las Vegas. I have been a performer myself, and of spoken word. I'm a lyrical poet, lyrical artist, spoken word artist, and also an author of 3 books, 4th one on the way. And so the reason why I write is to inspire people, to show that we are all unique beings. We all have a story to tell. And so being that none of us are perfect, and we all have a story, we all have been through a lot of hardships in our life, ups and downs, trials and tribulations, but we triumph over them. I want you to stay positive and also love on each other. Let's do better this year. Okay, let's do better every day. Every day
yes.
you wake up, let's do better. Not let this be a New Year's resolution. Let's love on each other, support each other as entertainers here in the industry, and also people who are not entertainers that just needs a little love. Okay, so just I'm leaving you with that, on that note, with just saying that I love you if no one told you today.
There you go.
I cannot top that. But anyways, guys, yes, love one another. Stop thinking that you are, stop thinking about that pity thing to yourself, because it's just so showing insecurity. When you are let down, when you got discriminated, when you feel discriminated, just brush it off and
Yes.
be the best you are.
Yes.
Because you know what, no matter, keep in mind, it's not about the judgment of other people's eyes,
Yes.
but it's the judgments of God and judgment of yourself.
Yes.
That's what very important, and that's what brings me to
Self-love.
where I'm at right now. I literally block every negativity, every haters that comes towards me.
Yes.
Every time yeah, Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
So every time, I am Asian. I am an Asian, and I'm a female producer. Bringing up a media company is not really in the men's world. Is just literally they look down at you and they look at you, and I just tell them, focus on yourself. I'm focusing on mine.
Right. And
That's-
stay on
yes.
your lane.
That's what
Stay in your lane. Let's go there.
Stay
Yeah.
on your lane, and I just keep on doing that. I just keep on believing in myself, and I have a high belief. I have a high confidence in myself because you know what? I have one judge in my life. And that's what I literally believe and look up to and listen to is God. So no matter who you haters talking shit about me, I don't give a
Hoot.
Hoot.
No, we don't give a
And piggybacking on what you just said, that you have a God who has a right to
judge me.
judge you, except that this God who has every right to judge us did not judge us, but
no,
loved us
I was just
unconditionally.
unconditionally.
No matter
Not
who you
judge us.
are, okay? You're a
Unconditional.
That's right. That's right. It's like that's the only one that can judge you. So
So don't
do not be
Yes.
judgmental and
Do
do
not
not
judge.
accept the judgment
Yes.
of others because their
They're not-
opinions don't matter. It's only what you do with your life and what you believe and
Yes.
what he says about you that counts in this
Yes.
world.
And there is now no more condemnation.
But I just want to say one more thing. One more thing is I heard this from somebody else before. Look on your GPS. Don't look on somebody's GPS because you might get freaking run out. in
Oh,
You
the
get
that's
lost
right.
and off the road,
Yes.
gone. Yeah, you stay in your lane.
You're gonna be derailed, sweetie pie.
Right? Oh,
Mhm.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Anyways, guys, this has been a great show. Thank you so much for you all support. Thank you for sharing, commenting, and everything that you do on our show. And we will be right back again next week.
Yes.
Please give us love because you know what?
yes.
These are
Tap
all
that like. Tap
Yes.
that like and show some love. All right.
you're gonna
I
close
can
it
only
out.
do this with one hand.
Close it out.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We enjoyed having you here. I hope you enjoyed the show and was able to get a lot of insight and also some education. I hope you enjoyed your tea and our tea talk. So over here, and I also want to, when I said tea talk, it reminded me of my beautiful sister, Monique Maffei Hester, who is
Ooh.
amazing out here. She's on
Yes.
tea talk on Instagram and YouTube. Go check her out. But she drinks her tea while she's talking about a lot of inspiration. So we hope that we were able to bring you some inspiration today.
Yes, we have brought you some inspiration. I truly love our topic, and once again, do not discriminate on others. Give people a chance to
Yes.
audition.
That's right. All right. We'll see you next time. We love you.